We all go through things in life, and it seems it's not going to get better. Problems come and problems go. People talk about you, but you still grow. Whatever you want, you must get it straight from within and not listen to the distractions on the outside. You think people are supposed to be there to help you, and it seems in your mind everything is against you. Well, it's time to stand up from within right now on Real Issues. Hey, it's Friday, y'all. This is Rahn Anthoni, Real 1100 AM, giving you the best. Right now, I have something for you. This is going to be so great. What I'm going to be talking about is going to be great. So right now, as you ride in your car, as wherever you are, you listening, this is going to be something to uplift you. This is Real Issues, and I'm about to give you the grease, all right? I'm going to be talking about 8 ways to live a life that makes you free. How many of y'all want to be free? I know I am already free. Now, if you want to be free, you got to say, I am free. Then you will be free. And I'm going to give you some little things I'm going to be taking from SandreDiary.com. So I'm going to give her a little spiel, and then I'm going to put my stuff in it so you all know where I'm coming from. I might have a little bit of music for you just to let you know as you riding home, or you listening wherever you are all over the world, because I can tell you Real 1100 AM is all over the world, y'all. So Atlanta, I hope you're listening to me. I love y'all. And first, let me give you a little bit about me. My name is Rahn Anthoni, and I'm a gifted vocalist, so y'all may hear me sing a little something sometimes, but I am a gifted vocalist. I was singing with Dottie Peoples for years. I love Dottie Peoples. And, you know, I kind of branched out on my own. I've been doing a lot of music. I've been to the Grammys, the Oscars, all of that good stuff, and I found that I got to find me. I love all of that, but I got to know who I am. I got to know who I am so that I can go ahead and tell the people so that they can know who they are. Because it's all about knowing who you are. I am whatever I say I am. So I am good. And you know, some people I hear that say they bad. And I'm saying in a real bad way. But what we're going to be talking about this whole time right here on Real 1100 AM, I'm going to be giving it to you while you're sitting in your car, you're driving. You know, we're going to get this thing going. So first, I want to talk about I'm going to give you 8 ways to live a life that makes you feel free. Now, I had a son, Aaron Hatcher, and I'm sure a lot of people may have known this. A lot of people may not have known it. And he was in the school system, and he was allegedly abused, and he died from his teachers. And so I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm just letting you know where I come from and how I know who I am, and how I still have love for all the people that were involved. And, you know, it was covered up. And I'm not going to give the name. I'm sure if you know, you can look it up. Aaron Hatcher, and it's Ronald Hatcher. You can look up Aaron Hatcher abuse, and it'll tell you. But I'm not here to bash anybody. It's all about uplifting. I've been through all of that. It made me stronger. So anything that you go through in life, it should make you stronger. Even if it was teachers involved that did this to my beautiful son, Aaron Hatcher. And I can tell you, him and some other kids were placed under, they were abused, and Aaron had this teacher put a device on his neck we didn't know about, and it choked him, and we didn't know for a while, and his hip was broken. It was a lot of different things. If you look it up, it'll tell you, but as I said, I'm not here to bash, I'm here to uplift. I'm just letting you know who I am, where I come from, and what really changed my life to be a blessing to all, including what happened to my baby. And this device took his life. The device, it was placed around his neck because he couldn't look at you in a way because he had cerebral palsy. He couldn't walk or talk. So this particular teacher placed this device on his neck and made him turn to look at her. And what happened, eventually that cut off his circulation and he passed away. But I'm here, as I said, to uplift you because I uplift myself through the power of God that is within me. So here we go. I want to talk about create your own vision. All right. That's what we got to do, because believe me, I had to create my own vision through all the stuff that I was seeing, because what I saw going through that it was another vision, and I wanted to change my life. So What it says here is, too often we go through life trying to achieve the same dream that's been sold to us and reinforced by society since birth. You know, that one that says you need the big fancy home, luxury cars, fancy titles, the perfect husband, the perfect wife, the kids to match the order, to be happy and successful. The irony is that the pressure to achieve other people's dreams usually ends up being what stresses us out the most. Now, I'm going to tag to this, because if you're trying to get to that point, you're going to get to that point, and then it's going to be something else you're going to want. Then it's going to be something else you're going to want. And you're going to get all mixed up in something that's really just an illusion, because all of the things out here is an illusion. Everything comes from within you. So with this being said, the luxury cars, just thank God you got a car. You know, and I'm not saying don't get the luxury things, but just don't make that, you know, I got this and you ain't got that. Because I had some people contact me and say, oh, look, I got this, I got that. And, you know, you could tell when they trying to make you feel like you ain't got nothing. But you know what? I got life. I know who I am. That's the most important thing you need, and all of these things will come to you. And then when you get it, you'll be like, whoa, hey, you know, yeah, you won't be so into trying to get these things. You won't be so into trying to create this stuff. Now, what you can create, you can look within your imagination and create what you want and then get it, because you have to have that faith and you got to see it. And then when you see it from within, you say it, and believe me, it will come to you, because I've had things like that happen. So don't get caught up in just because you have a fancy home and you have a luxury car, you have the fancy titles and all that means nothing if you don't know who you are. Because if you knew who you are, you wouldn't be putting all the emphasis on all of those things. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying don't I'm not saying don't create the vision now, but just don't let it create you to be something that you're not. Okay? If it take myself for an example, these same pressures are precisely what made me, and what I'm saying me is I'm talking about the person that wrote this, and what made her trapped in the life she was living. So she's saying that she was trapped in this life, because anytime you create something and you create it without coming from within, you're going to get into all the fancy stuff, and it's going to stress you out, because then you got to pay the bills. Then you got to figure out how you're going to do this, how you're going to do that. The first thing you should do is find out who you are. Once you know who you are, then you'll be able to feel all of the good and all the things that you're able to accomplish from being who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, you're going to get into the stresses of life. But once you know who you are, everything works out for you. Now, the second thing we got to do is stop caring about what others think. If we sit here and think about what other people are thinking about us, let me tell you, first of all, when you're thinking of something, it doesn't really exist. And if you're thinking that somebody else is thinking something about you, and I just told you it doesn't exist until you bring it out. So all the thoughts are inside of you. So if you're thinking and caring about what others think, that doesn't even matter, because it's what you think. What you think come out of you. If you're thinking that you're this and you're that, and you think that you're great and you're this, then that's what you're thinking. Now, when you bring it out, that's when it happens. So anytime you think, you know, some people just be like, ooh, she just thinks she all that. Okay, that's you thinking that. But that doesn't mean that she think that, because she hadn't even heard what you thinking. Man, this gets so deep, because but once you say it and you say it to that person, then it starts something. And it could be something good to help her. It could be something bad that you created. It's really what you think. So I would advise people to keep all of their thoughts to themselves and try to bring out the good thoughts, because we get so many thoughts every day. But always remember that it doesn't exist until you bring it out. Caring about what other people think is a mental prison, and will surely prevent you from living your best life and feeling free. Often it is because we want to be liked and accepted. But if you have to be someone other than who you really are in order to be liked and accepted, it's not even worth the effort. You know, being who you are is who you are. You have to be authentic. Just be you. Just like now, I'm on here talking to you, and I'm from South Florida, and I know some people are going to be like, I don't like the way he talked, but it doesn't matter, because this is me. You know, I'm the one that's been through a lot. I'm the one that had this happen to me, just like with you. You're the one that's been through whatever you've been through. And the best thing about it, we went through it, and we here. And you listening to me, and I'm on this microphone. Now, anytime that you think something in your mind, always remember that it doesn't exist. When you're thinking about your bills, when you're thinking about how you're going to pay this, that is all meditating. When you sit there and you think about all this stuff, and you sit there, you're making that a meditation. And if you're sitting there thinking about how I'm going to, you know what? Think about how it's already paid. Think about all those things on this Friday. When you getting off from work right now, or wherever you are, you in traffic, just sit there. Don't get mad. And just because the traffic is stopped and all of that, you can sit there and you can meditate and think on the great things about you. What's going on in your life that's great, and what can be going on through your imagination. Because a lot of people may not know this, but the imagination is God. Because God said you're made in his image. Okay? And the image is imagination. You're imagining these things. So when you imagine something, you're creating something from within you. Oh my goodness, man. You are creating this. So stop caring about what other people think. It doesn't even matter what they think, because you're going to do what you want to do anyway. And whatever you decide to do, you did it. If somebody's doing something to you and you allow it to happen, you did it. Everything is about you. You did this. Because I know I used to think, well, they made me. No, I decided to allow that to happen. Nobody can make you do anything unless you decide to do it. And that's what I went through that, you know. And I can tell you, one time things were so bad with what happened with my son, you know, and well, my kids, because it was 2 kids that were abused. And I just, you know, it was so many thoughts coming. It was so many thoughts. And I was, you know, I had to be free from all of that. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So if this is happening and I'm going through this, so I had to just stop right there. Because as long as I know that there's some thoughts being created, then I have the power to stop it. Just like you have the power to stop anything that's going on in your life. You have the power to tell somebody, you know, right now I really don't want to, you know, listen to that kind of stuff, because right now I'm not feeling good. It's just the way that you say it. You know, you don't have to say, I don't want to hear all of that. You know, just go ahead and be nice and say it, because you want to be able to stay calm. You want to be able to be humble. You want to do all those things that we know that's in us. We don't want to take on somebody else's spirit and all of that stuff that they're going through just because they're all amped up and saying things. You don't want to do that. You can politely just say, you know what, I really, you know, I got a headache. I can't hear that right now. It's just the way you say it. And that's what's going to help you get through some things that you really don't want to go through. So stop caring about what others think. Just say it in a way and move on. That's it. Say it in a way and then move on. And be polite, nice, kind, meek, all of that. All those great things. But if you don't want to hear it, you don't want to hear it. And that's it. Now, identify what's been holding you back. This is where you have to get real. If you truly want to be free, you got to be real with yourself. And a lot of us, we got to fix things. Now, I can tell you, I fixed a lot of things in my life. I've done some people wrong, and I said some things, and I went back and fixed it, because I don't want anything to happen and it's not fixed. So I had to fix this. I've said, we all say some stuff. Even if you talking about somebody, fix it. Even if it's all about you, remember? Anything that you have done, you fix it. And that's what I had to do. I had to go back and apologize. They be like, what you apologizing for? And I say, because there's some things that I've said that you didn't hear, and I want to fix it because it's in the air. And I don't want to have that on me. And some things you got to go and fix it if you've got into an argument with somebody, even if they did something to you, still fix it because you did it. You decided to get involved in the conversation, no matter what they said, because somebody can say something about you. You don't have to respond. You don't have to get mad. It's a lot of things you don't have to do. So what I'm saying is that I had to take the responsibility. And so I'm just saying, I'm not saying you have to do this. I'm just saying what I've done, and that can help you so that you can be free. And that's what it's about. It's about being free. That's it. Now, the first step to any change is awareness. First, you got to find out, you got to be aware of what's going on, aware of what you've done. We always aware about what somebody else did, because I know I've always been aware of that. But what about being aware of what you've done? And that's what I had to do. And looking in the mirror is one of the hardest things for any human to do, myself included, but it's necessary. You need to become aware that there's a gap between you, where you are now, and where you like to be, and be willing to pick up the pieces and start over. So you can say things to people and be just as nice, fix it, and start back over. There's nothing wrong with starting over. Starting all over again. It's gonna be rough. Y'all remember that song? So rough, but we gonna make it. I remember that, boy. That's back in the day. So we want to be able to start all over again, and we can do that. That's it. It's, I've been growing up, and I've always heard other people, say, yeah, child, I don't feel like, I got to start all over again. So we start all over all the time. Just start it over again. Just like when you play a song, you hear the song and you like it, and you start it all over again. Just like that. And we've been doing that for years. We've been listening to songs. That's how you think people got famous. From starting that song and playing it over and over and over and over again. And you can listen to a song and listen to it, and you'll start to know the song. You'll start singing the song. Same with your life. Just start doing it over and over until you get what you like. Once you get what you like, then you just sing the song. But it's up to you. That's it. It is up to you. That's all. Now, it boils down to three things that will get in your way. Trying to live up to everyone else's expectation. Fear of failure. Unresolved traumas about things in life. Different relationships you've been through. It hasn't been resolved. You got to start from within yourself. It's that inner healing that you have to do, just like I'm doing, and just like when people get divorces. I've been divorced, and me and my ex-wife, I can go and cook and do all kind of stuff. I can do that because I never burned a bridge. I never want to burn a bridge. And we get along. We got kids together. My daughter is with me. And, and she's older, and we all still like a family, even though we're not together. And you still can do that. You don't have to be mad and all upset. You have to create things in your life. If you see something bad, create a new life. Create it within. That's where God is, in the image, because we're an image of the power of God. That's what we are, through Jesus, the light that's within us. Woo! I had to learn it that way, with my son, and taught me a lot. I know a lot of people may not agree, but right now they may not, but because everybody have their own way. Only thing I'm telling you is my way and what I went through. Then you can learn from that and create your own way. Because I've done that throughout my life. Now, if such and such could do this, then I could do this too. You know, and whatever I do that they did is going to be different because I'm doing it. That's, I know that. Yeah, I can't say that no more. That just came. But, you know, and number 4, love and accept yourself. Okay? Love and accept yourself. If you don't love and accept all of who you are, you will not set yourself free. You got to love who you are. You know, people used to tell me, and I'm not afraid to say it, with your flathead self. Okay, well then don't look at the flathead. You know, don't look at it. You know, be thankful that you don't have it. If you don't like it, you know, you got to make a joke of all of these things, because if I was to sit there and say, well, dog, they feel like this, and then I'm going to be sitting there looking crazy, I done fed off of what somebody else said. No, I love my flat head if it's flat. The bald head, the big nose, everything. Just love it because it's you. I don't have to do anything but love me. That's it. Because if you don't love you, you won't get through. If you don't love you, you will not get through. You won't be able to do anything because you'll be mad at folks. You know, somebody said this to me, and then you're going to take it. Anything somebody say, you're going to accept it. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to accept anything. Only thing you can accept is you, and love yourself. Know who you are. Know that you can do anything that you want to do because you're free. So you have to find ways to begin working with all the things that make you who you are. As a matter of fact, the world needs the real you to please stand up. The real you. Because, you know, I remember when I was trying to be what everybody said they wanted me to be. And I couldn't do it. I was like, well, I'm trying to do this, and every time I do this, they don't like this. You know what? So I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. And if you don't like it, you just don't. And if you see something wrong, tell me and let me decide if it's wrong, and then I'll fix it. You know, you have to be creative like that, because anything you do, I promise you, if you meditate and you go before the Father within, you'll be able to really get to the nitty-gritty. Like my grandma used to say, the nitty-gritty of the problem. And the real problem is you. Love you. Love who you are. You know, a lot of people say, oh, I got to lose weight, and I got to do that and do this and do that. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. If it's health reasons, then you may want to do it. Health reasons. You know, because I have to eat and do things right because of health reasons, and because I want to do it. You know, like eating the vegetables, and you know, and I'm a vegetarian. Some I can say I don't eat meat, because some stuff I'm learning. I don't know if, you know, people say, oh yeah, I don't know a whole bunch of things. I just know I don't eat meat. You know, and sometimes I eat fish. So I'm just saying that to say that you got to love who you are, because if you don't love who you are, then you're not going to be happy with yourself. And so that's the whole thing about being who you are. Just love you. Love everything about you. Just sit there and meditate on you. See yourself in your imagination. See who you want to be within yourself, because only you know who you are. I could sit right here like you're listening to me right now, and you don't know what I'm thinking. You may think you know, but you don't. And that's where a lot of people get into so much, because they think that they know what somebody else thinking, but you don't. You only know what you think. And with God's gift that you have, and you say you have it, the power of God is not going to give you somebody else's issues to tell them. It may do something, but it's not going to tell you, well, such and such doing this. Then that wouldn't be the power of God, because that's gossiping. The only thing the power of God is going to do is is to sit you in front and just do what you do, and you'll be like, oh man, somebody will say, God just said that to me. And God will be using that person, but not you go tell them. It'll just come just like that. And I'm saying that because it's a lot of people doing that. And a lot of people don't know that that is witchcraft. Anytime you say that God said this and all of that, you get into witchcraft. The only thing that the power of God is going to do is talk to that person, who that person is. And if something happens, and let me give you an example. If you came and you said, oh my goodness, you know what, I'm going to give you this $25. Now, I could have been saying to God, oh, I need $25 so I can do such and such. And then somebody comes and give me $25. That's the power of God. That's it. Because you don't, it's been people that don't even know you will give you stuff. That's when the power works. Because see, everything runs so close that you will think that it's the power of God. But God do not tell everybody business. I'm telling you, it's only between you and him. That's, or her, or whatever you want to call the power, Allah, just the power, the source, the force, the universe, whatever. Just know that it's that power that's within you, because that's it. It's all about the power inside of you. And once you get through that, you can love and accept yourself and know who you are and where you're going. You know, right now I'm going to play my song. Okay, this is a song that I wrote, and it's all mine. I'm not playing anybody else's stuff right now because I got to find out if I could do it. But this is my own song that I wrote, and I really appreciate you all. So y'all check it out. This is Rahn Anthoni, Real 1100.
I'll trust you. There was a story about a man who lost his child. He cherished that young one till the day he took his last breath. He was so special, you see, he had to fight all his days and nights. But Daddy loved him anyway. I love him. His disease was only a phase, but something was bigger than the tears he cried. And only a father could hear the words that were unspoken. Even though he's in a better place, the thought still makes him cry all day. That's when he looks up in the sky and says, oh God, I still trust you. This may be the hardest thing for me to do, but I will. I still trust you. I know it's only a test, but I want you to know I'll trust you. I'll trust you. He thought it was all over. He thought the pain would come no more. Just when he thought that it was time to move on, the stress kept piling on and on. What can you do when your heart won't let you live? So I said, doctor, can you fix me? This is taking a toll. I'm in need of your experience to make me whole again, to put me back together. And while you're working on me, I will put my trust in the only one that knows what's better for me. And I'll start by saying, Lord, I still trust you. This may be the hardest thing for me to do, but I will. I still trust you. I know it's only a test, but I want you to know I'll trust you. Just like Job, he came out on top of the world. God gave him two of everything he ever lost. That was his reward for his faithfulness. God is not a man that he will lie. Look at how far you've come. Miracles have begun. Just like raising in the sun, everything you've lost is finally here. And all that it took was your trust in him. And You don't have to wait for the band, just say it right now, Lord. I still trust you. This may be the hardest thing for me to do, but I will. I still trust you. I know it's only a test, but I want you to know that I still trust you. This may be the hardest thing for me to do, but I will. I still trust you. I know it's only a test, but I want you to know I'll trust you.
Yeah, that's my song I wrote with the oh Lord, I can't even think of his name. Fred Jerkins. They're gonna kill me. Yeah, that was a great song, and that song was about my son and how much all the stuff that I went through. And I forgot that I even could sing going through all of it. I just forgot everything. And just to let you know, if you would like to book me to speak or to sing, please reach out to me. You can go to RahnAnthoni@gmail.com. That's RahnAnthoni music@gmail.com. That's RahnAnthonimusic@gmail.com. RahnAnthonimusic@gmail.com. And check out the site, because I do country, all of that stuff. It's RahnAnthoni.com, RahnAnthoni.com. So let's get back to this. Enough of that. But I just want you all to know that you can do anything. Even with the song, I wrote that song in the midst of going through all of the stuff, along with Fred Jerkins, because I had to tell him the story. But that song was just from all the pain and everything that I've been through. There is a video on that. You can see it. You can see when I was in the hospital with the open heart surgery, and I mean, it was amazing. And I'm glad I went through that. And I know it may sound crazy, but I'm so glad that I went through that, because I found me through all of that. And what you got to do in life is take risks. You got to take risk. If freedom is what you want, you're going to have to take risk. You have to let your curiosity be bigger than your fears, so you can open your mind to the world of possibilities, to live the extraordinary life you crave. You won't accomplish anything great in life if you don't step outside of your comfort zone. This is truly where the growth and magic happens. I'm telling you, you gotta step out. Just step out. Just step. Don't even think about it, because if you think about it, then all those thoughts gonna come. You'll be like, I can't do this. I don't know why I can't do this. I'm not gonna make no money. I'm not gonna. No, you gotta step out, and you gotta trust the power of God that is within you. You have to imagine this thing. You gotta take that risk and know that whatever you say is it. Because look, everything else you say is it. You could say, oh Lord, I got a headache. That's it. It's gonna happen. It's going to happen. You can say, oh, God, my feet hurt. Your feet is going to hurt. I'm telling you, we know so much about that. What about, oh, man, I just met a billionaire that can help me with my project. Why not that? Because you already saying your feet hurt. Then your feet start hurting, or you have a headache. So just say you met somebody. Just say that the power of God gifted you with a nice building. Somebody just came and just gave it to you. Ooh, somebody just gave me a big building. I promise you, if you're looking for something right now and you go into your imagination and you see this thing, it will happen. As long as you don't throw your doubt in it. If you start saying, oh Lord, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, then you just cast it out. You did it yourself. So we got to take these risks. And when we take the risk, stand on it. I mean, you can take a risk. I took a risk and said that I'm going to the Grammys. Didn't know this, and then end up going. I went. And that was something big for me, because at the time with all the singing and all of that stuff, it was something big for me. And it happened. I mean, I was like, even speaking on this right now, this was for me, because I said, I'm going to be on a radio station, because I have my own internet radio station. But I said, I want to be in the car. I want to be in the car, like that. And so now with iHeartRadio and all these things, this is something big for me. So I appreciate Real 1100 AM, because I saw this thing. I didn't know it was going to be here, but I saw it. I see myself going and traveling and uplifting people with my story about what happened to my life and my son, with the open heart surgery, with the lung disease, with the kidney disease, with the swelling up of over 250 pounds of fluid, all of that stuff. It's a lot. I'll tell you throughout this whole thing. I'll start telling you as I be on this show about all the stuff I overcame. And you can overcome it if you take the risk. Just take it. That's all you have to do. If you listening right now and you driving in your car, just say it. I'm taking the risk. I'm doing it. It's done. I am doing it. I'm telling you, please don't do that. Because when you do that, I'm going to tell you this. Anything you say will be used against you. And that's what they say in the court of law. So anything that you say, you will be used against you. So whatever you say, be great things, and that's going to be used for you. Let the great things be used against you. That's it. All the great things in your life, all the things that you've already accomplished that you haven't even seen with the naked eye. You've already seen it from within. You imagined it. So my whole thing for you all is to imagine these things and live life that makes you feel free. And that's it. What makes you feel free? Not anybody else, not mama them, not grandma them, not big brother them. You. What makes you feel free? And the way you can be free is live free and speak free. Because it's already done. Free is like, it's done. I'm free. And that's it. That's all we have to do in life, is live this freedom. Live it. Speak it from within. I'm not saying go out and say, yeah, I'm free. No, you got to see this thing inside. When I say speak it, because a lot of people say, oh, I could speak that into existence. No, you can't. Because first you got to imagine this thing. And when you imagine it, then you open your mouth and speak what you saw. Then you can speak it into existence, because it will happen. It shall happen. Anything you say. That's why we always getting into things, because anything we say, that means good and bad. You could say things and you could see things and say it. Your mouth, that is so powerful. But you got to go within for the image, because the inner side is the inner side, and the outer side is when you speak it into existence. Because this is for me now. I always see myself, I'm in thin air, because this is an illusion. Everything that is created, it comes from me, because the power of God lives in me. So I'm going to tell you this. It was this doctor. I won't give his name, but I had open heart surgery. So the doctor took a vein out of my leg, and he said, okay, well, you're gonna have one vein in there, because you have to, and it's only gonna last for 10 years, and then we may have to go in, or it's a possible chance that you could die. Okay, it's been 12 years. And so I'm like, you know why nothing happened? Because he created that. And I told him, I said, so what's gonna happen when I get 6 arteries? Well, you're not going to have 6 because the five of them are already gone. I say, no, they're not gone. I say, you saying that, you creating that. I'm telling you, when you put this in here, something that you created, you took out, which is not gone, because you can't take anything out, because I am a light. I'm a light being, frequency and waves. I know who I am. So whatever you took out is what you created from what you saw, and you put that in my chest. I didn't create that. So I allowed you to do it. And so I am saying that now I got 6. And so you were just looking at me like I was crazy. But I'm not, because I know that I'm a light being. And we all got to know that we are the light. We're the light. Especially if you know you are the light. Because some light is darkness. And, you know, you go through that scale. Sometimes it's dark, sometimes. Well, now I know who I am, so I am the light. And that's what you have to say to yourself. I am the light. Even if you think that you're walking in darkness, you are the light. Because once you say that you are the light, everything is going to come on. I hope you getting that. Because I won't say it. I don't know how to say it again because it's coming from within. It's just coming out. And so I'm glad I'm saying all of this. But here's something else. Dispel limiting beliefs. Okay? Now this is what it's saying. Dispel limited beliefs. I hope you know what that means. What it says, if you tell yourself you can't do something, guess what? You can't do it. That's what I was telling you. If you say, I can't do this, and you can't, you know why? Because you're not going to make the effort to do it. You're not going to have the energy to do it. You're right. So you really are going to have to silence the inner critic. So that inner critic inside of you, shh. That's all you got to do. Because sometimes when something come up and I be like, oh man, I can, oh yes, don't say that to me. Yes, I can. You know, I do this to myself because I'm practicing. And so, you know, some people, I'll just say it in front of you. They'll be like, what is wrong with that crazy? I'm talking to myself because I know self will get involved and then everything will just go crazy. And any excuses you tell yourself as to why can't upgrade your life and be free, you can upgrade your life, okay? There is no excuses for that. Why can't I upgrade? Yes, you can. It's already upgraded. You just got to say it, and you got to know it. I was going to say believe it, but you got to know this thing. It's no time to believe no more. You know it. We're in the 5th dimension now. We were in the 3rd dimension, the three dimension. Now we're in the 5th dimension. The 3 dimension is out here. The 5th dimension is within you. So everything is within. And you can go to 5, 6, 7, 8. However you want to do it. It's up to you because you can have anything you say. If you say something bad, you can have it. Hey, you say something good, you can have it. It's up to you. Whatever you say, it's up to you. All right? Be more carefree. This is the last one. You got to be more carefree. Never take life too seriously. Let the child within you lose once in a while and ignore the etiquette force upon all of us. It's okay to be quirky and unique. It's okay. A lot of people say I'm just weird. Okay. And that's what you think. I think I'm the light. I know I'm the light. I am the light. And that's what I know. I don't think that no more. I used to think it. I used to believe it. Now I know it. If you've been through all the stuff I've been through, you will know it. You will know. Throw yourself into an exciting activity to encourage carefree thinking and see there's no harm in not controlling the results. Just be free. Be you. Be who you want to be. And I hope it's all about love. Because whatever you do, do it in love. And that's it. That's all we have to do. Right now, I'm going to go to I Am Free. This is a song that I wrote. And see, I'm playing my songs on this first one because I want to know if I can play other people's songs. And I don't know that yet. I'm just being real with you because this is my first show. I love it. I am so glad for, I just got to say this, Real 1100 AM for giving me this opportunity to say and speak to people. Because this is something, singing and speaking. That's it. That's all I ever wanted to do. So if you need me to travel, I'm ready. I'm ready to travel. I'm ready to sing. I'm ready to do whatever the power leads me to do. And that's it. That's me. All right. So here is I Am Free. This is a song I wrote because you just got to hear the words. When you hear these words, this is how I was feeling. I mean, I do all kind of music. Country. I'm going to be playing some country for y'all. I got country, and I'm working on some new stuff now, but I'm just going to play all the things that I've done in the past because they're hits to me. Okay. All right, so I really appreciate you all. I just thank you all. I just got to say this again. I know they're going to get sick of me. Real 1100 AM, you are real, and that's why I'm free.
As I look at the pictures in my mind, I imagine who you are. The love I feel from eternity replaced all the scars. Outside I hated you, inside I loved you, so I had to walk away to protect the inner me, so I would not lose my faith. I wanted to love me. I held on to God's path. I wanted to end me. You destroyed me with your wrath. I had to let you go. I had to go through to get to the place I needed to be. I found the one through pain, love's within a G. I had to make a way, I had to fight to stay, so the pain kept coming to me. Now I know who I am. I am the power to be free. I wanted to hurt me. I held on to God's path. I wanted to end me. You destroyed me with your wrath. I had to let you go. Had to let you go. You had to go. Had to go. Stay away from me. Don't know what I would do if I didn't have you to hold on to. My body gets weak, and then you show me back to me. I had to make a way, I had to fight to stay, as the pain kept coming to me. Now I know who I am. I am the power to be free. I wanted to hurt me, so I held on to God's path. I wanted to end me. You destroyed me with your wrath. I wanted to hurt me. I held on to God's path. I wanted to end me. You destroyed me with your wrath. I had to let you go. Yes, I wanted to stay. Yes, I wanted to stay. Had to let you go. It would take away from me. Had to let you go. This is not the place. Yes, I am the space. Stay away from me. Had to let you go. Yes, I wanted to stay. Yes, I wanted to stay, but it would take away from me. Had to let you go. This is not the place. Yes, I am the space. Who shall live eternally? I am free.
All right, y'all, that was me. I am free. And, you know, just going through all of that. I hope you all enjoyed this. And if you'd like to get in touch with me, just reach out to me, okay? Just reach out to me. And you can go to RahnAnthonyMusic@gmail.com. That's RahnAnthoni music@gmail.com. I am available to sing, to do whatever you would like for me to do. I do so much stuff, but the main two things I like is to uplift people and sing. That's the gift that God has given me, that I recognize that that's my life. I love it, and it's not all about money and all of that. I just want to get this word out so that people can live and just help humanity be better. And I just thank God for it. I thank God for 1100 AM, Real 1100 AM, because it's real over here. You know, let me tell you, when I walk in that building, it is so peaceful. It is so peaceful. Everybody in there, it's like everybody just doing their stuff. They're doing what God has created them to do. And Sky is the best. I mean, he's just, man, y'all, I got to get everybody's name, but everybody that I have met in Real 1100 AM radio, iHeartRadio, they're the best. It's real. And when I say real, I mean real. And I'm telling you, this is for real. It's real. This is Rahn Anthony. Make sure you reach out. If you like to be on this show, reach out to me so we can talk about some real issues. Maybe you got something in your life that you've been through and you want to talk about it. We got the solutions here. I just went over some things where I'm giving you the solution to what's going on, because this is some real stuff on Real 1100 AM. Real issues. Okay, so reach out to me. That's Rahn Anthony. That's RAHNANTHONI music@gmail.com. And what I'll do, send me your information, whatever. If you got some music we could play, you know, that's going to go with whatever you got going on. If you want to come in live, you can come in. We can set it up. We can do whatever you want to do right here every Friday. This is Friday just before the weekend, and I hope this word help you get through, because you got to go back to work Monday. This is Friday. This is Rahn Anthony. Real issues on a Real 1100 AM. I'll be back next Friday at the same time. I hope you enjoy this show and you feel good about yourself, because you're it. If you ever want to give up, stand up from within and know that you can make it no matter what anybody says, no matter what the gossip is talking about you, no matter when the bills come. Always remember that you are it. Live from within. Know that God lives within you and not on the outside, and you can make it. Tune in every Friday at 1100 AM.